Hello and welcome. I'm joined by Dominic Schneider, CEO of WINGD. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back to the studio.
Thank you, Jade. Happy to be here.
So, what characterized 2025 for WINGD, and do you have any announcements that you could maybe share with us?
Thanks. 2025 was a pivotal year for WINGD. In June, we launched our own service organization, which was very well perceived by our customer base. We're at the beginning and we start to roll out these services, and we try to close the gaps as we go along together with our customers. Additionally, we have seen many developments on the future fuel side. In January, we launched our first methanol engine, which was an immediately big size engine. And the second specialty on this engine was that actually three predecessor engines which were delivered as diesel engines were then retrofitted to this methanol system. So it was also a first showcase for a future fuel retrofit. Then in August we were running our first production ammonia engine on the testbed in Korea, which was then delivered to the shipyard. In the meantime, the second engine followed, and soon still in December, we have the third engine in Korea and likely the first here in China. So that would be already 4 ammonia engine going through tests on production testbed. Just before MEPC, we launched the ethanol solution. Ethanol engines we developed actually before methanol, but then due to the customer demands from ethanol, we swapped the development part from ethanol to methanol. But this made these engines available in rather short time, and this morning we actually signed the first shipbuilding contract, which is specified as ethanol engine. And about the big announcement, yesterday we launched our high pressure LNG engine here at Marintec, so the XDF high pressure. Already mid of last year, customers started to demand a high pressure engine from WINGD. We were, however, keeping it a bit on the back burner because of the MEPC discussion, but then with the MEPC 83 decision, we decided to finally go for it, and now we launched it, and it's mainly driven from customer demands. It's particularly for the big container segment, because these customers see that with the high pressure solution you have high power density. That's 2 less cylinders, often 1 or 2 less cylinders, more compact engine, high efficient engine. So it's lower capex, lower opex, and it's purely economical driven. Well, for smaller ship segments, we still see the XDF up to 72 bore. We see actually in a better position. That's the low pressure concept.
Fantastic. You've been very busy by the sounds of things.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But how has the stall of net zero frameworks affected you and your clients at all?
Yeah, the immediate effect of the net zero framework stall is actually that investment decisions were postponed or delayed as well. So the uptake of this future fuel will be delayed, obviously. And this has 2 effects. On one side, for us it's rather positive. On one side it's positive because with the first movers, where we have the first ammonia installation, where we have now all this methanol installation, we actually, together with the customer, can mature the technology, can mature the safety concept, can mature the training concepts for the crew, for example. So we gain more time to make this future fuel concept more robust in the industry, which is positive. On the other hand, of course, we had all the high R&D expenses, and the ROI drastically increased. So it's actually at the moment unpredictable how that will look like. So on a, let's say, pure business side, we also have installment, but I think this is okay. So we can balance this in a whole situation. So fundamentally, WINGD is still a big supporter to have measurement-based emission factors, so not GFI. And then this incentives flowing back to the customer. So that's so important that this uptake can take place. So we really believe firmly that the net zero framework has to come into place one way or another. And we should use, as an industry, we should use the time now to develop the guidelines and clarify all the open questions that in the next vote it has a chance to pass.
And we're here in Shanghai for Marintec, so why is the China market so important to WINGD?
There are many reasons. First of all, for the merchant ship, where our our market is, 70% of the new orders they go to China. And if you're not present here, you lose a big part of your market opportunity. Additionally, the Chinese shipyard, ship owners, design institutes, they have become the innovation drivers. While we see in Japan, Korea mainly, we see more standardized ship, and whenever you want to change something, it's difficult. Here in China, they're more open, and this is relevant for WINGD because it's our DNA is to innovate. We want to be at the forefront of technology. So China is currently the place to be. Another part for WINGD, of course, is we are fully vertically integrated into the CSSC group. And therefore, we also can profit from this sometimes orchestrated targets like green shipping, intelligent shipping. You see these words everywhere if you go to the CSSC booth. And of course, WINGD is supplying to that, or is actually benefiting from that, because then also our initiatives, which we naturally have, will be supported also from a shareholder, shipbuilding, organization point of view. And that's very powerful at the end. Yeah.
And one final question. We ring in the new year very soon. Is there anything heading into 2026 that is making you feel very optimistic?
We're actually marching very proud into 2026. The order intake 25 was still very strong. So we have all these engines to deliver in 26, which is actually also somehow a challenge, but a good challenge. We have signed the first service contracts, a bigger contract, so also there we have to start delivery. That looks very positive. On the retrofit side, we have initial big projects discussions, which are mainly linked to our first generation LNG carriers that now come to the second dry dock, often first or second dry dock. So we expect some lighthouse orders on the retrofit side to come. All this is very positive, and I believe that with our team we will be able to deliver, and we will hope, so we see it positive, and we hope that our customers also see it like that. So at the end you always need the customer to support, and also here we walk as we go and try to get the feedback, improve continuously, and yeah, we are looking positive into 2026. 2025 was a remarkable year for us. We introduced many changes, new technology, etc. This, of course, would not have been possible with the remarkable team behind. And I'm afraid 2026 is not going to be much difference. The speed of change in this industry, I'm in this industry over 30 years, but the speed of change has accelerated dramatically, and that will continue for the next few years to come. So already now, big thanks to everybody who supports us here in these changes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time and insights today. All the best for Marintec 2025 and 2026 as well.
Thank you.